if this is a deck list that you enjoy and you want to see more content with this is a deck list that we've played a number of times on stream at this point. This has a page set up on my website, so jeffhoagland.com/decklist. Under the brews section, you can find the Blue Black Mill. Has a playlist with all the times we played this deck. Spoilers: Hedron Crab is the best card in this deck, and this hand has 3 of them. So let's go. Ooh. I don't know how our burn matchup is. It's got it. I think it's pretty bad, right? I feel like we played this last time, but we came to the conclusion it was pretty bad. Having a brutality in our opener definitely helps, but we'll see. I have 2 Crypt Incursions in our sideboard. Yeah, brutality in hand definitely goes a long way. It's unfortunate Goblin Guide wasn't our friend at all here. Right on time, Archive Trap. Good news, we found a use for Collective Brutality. Or for Surgical Extraction, I should say. I mean, your opponent really starts at like 50, but I get your point. I think I need to bank on them having another fetch land and making this trap live. Meme Monday isn't the only deck we play, only day we play memes, chat. Meme Monday is just exclusively memes. We play, this is Hoaglandia. We play memes basically every day of the week. It's just sometimes real decks like Black Green Rock and Band Company get slipped in there. Blue Red Delver, etc. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Field does make trap live. Super correct. Give me lands. Ooh. Manic Scribe's exciting. Wax Papers, thank you very much. I do appreciate the brand new sub. Welcome. I think I'm doing this and then I'm fetch shocking here. Maybe it's a little aggressive, but I think I want to get this crab value. Putting my Prime sub to good work. That effing guy, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. This also gives us Delirium here too. So we're burying 12 cards off their deck. We're burying 6 more. That's 18. So I know they have 6 in their hand. So we're going to be dead to a burn spell next turn. But like, you know, when aren't you dead to a burn spell? If we fade a draw here, we could be okay. If we fade this draw step, we might be able to do it. Because this is going to put them to 27. And then this is going to put them to 21. This will put them... Yeah, if we draw a land and fade a burn spell here, we'll be okay. Yeah, is our national bird Birds of Paradise or Nimble Obstructionist? It's really kind of confusing. It's scary. We're dead to any 3 damage spell anyways here. And, like, if they had Boros Charm, they have us dead in 2 turns. And they'd have us dead when we field. So I think this is just, like, fine to take it here. Oh, I should field an upkeep to try and draw a land. What a tilt. That's such a good line. That's such a good line. I definitely missed that. I had just clicked over to my turn when I realized that someone commented that. That's a very, very good suggestion. Alright, if they have another 2-mana burn spell here, we're dead and it didn't matter. So this is gonna be 9/22. So yeah, if I would have shuffled and hit a land instead of this Fraying Sanity, we actually would have milled them out here because it would have been +6. And we're gonna leave them with, would it have been lethal? Yeah, we're gonna leave them with 4 cards in their deck, right? Yeah, so we wouldn't have guaranteed one, but we would have given ourselves a better chance to win rather than drawing the straight brick. Holy gosh, they bricked and died. I love that being a no justice stream, chat. No justice streams are the best kind of streams. Where are the people that were commenting about our deck not being good enough because we had to burn more? Remember that time you were making fun of us because we had to burn them for extra? Get out of here. Get out of here. This is a darkness matchup. It feels like this is probably a darkness matchup. Is darkness better than Ensnaring Bridge? Because, like, even darkness is just like a gain 2 to 4 is fine, right? Bridge is pretty slow. I'll take my shame timeout. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm gonna bring these in. I'm just gonna do away with all the bridges. I don't think we can cut Orb to blank Destructive Revelry, but I do think Bridge is kind of medium. See, I actually think 1 mana gain 2 to 4 is probably fine in this matchup. This is an easy mulligan. No Collective Brutality, only 1 land. Basically, the easiest way to make your mulliganing decisions in a matchup like this is if your hand is close and it doesn't have your single best card in the matchup, mulligan. You know what? I maybe should have topped that land because they're a Goblin Guide deck. Yeah, 10 out of 10 should always top the land against a Goblin Guide deck. Missed my free card. Thanks, Cloud. Oh, I bought him an orb, didn't I? I did buy him an orb. I'm dumb. Shh. Shh. I'm very dumb, chat. You're correct. Thanks for making me feel less dumb. Alright, so we found a use for the search for Azcanta, which is discard 2 Collective Brutality. More traps. Alright, so am I binning Mesmeric Orb here? I think I am. We're definitely, like, there's no way we're not full escalating. I think Glimpse is going to get me more cards than... What gets me more cards, Glimpse or Mesmeric Orb? It's probably Glimpse, right? Feel like the chance of Orb getting more than 10. This also like lets me blank potential other stuff. That's a little scary. Do I just take Skullcrack here? Kind of want to just take Skullcrack. Well, Searing Blaze could potentially be annoying down the line. Arguably getting punished here. We're at least getting 6 cards off of this. Lava Man is pretty good against us. Alright, we're dead. Let's give it another go, shall we? Why is their life so small and also on a blue diamond? Asking the real questions. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck to get a link to the deck list in chat. We knew the top card of our deck. Grab a Shockland here. We knew the top card of our deck was another Archive Trap from the Goblin Guide trigger the previous turn. That's a great draw, because it means I get to go ahead and block this Goblin Guide now. Maybe I should lead on Brutality there because of... explicitly because of Searing Blaze being in their deck. Can see that being a thing. This also might be greedy to try and get this in here, but I think I need to just, like, actually get this going. I think it's definitely a huge oversimplification to say always do this. Probably don't want to draw Darkness, so... Well, I guess we're not drawing Darkness because we're going to fetch it away. You think I need to cash in Visions for Cut? I don't think so. I feel like with Collective Brutality, I really need kind of a density of cards in our deck. This is match 1, game 3. It's very possible they kill us here if they like Boros Charm and then untap and then do stuff, but... yeah. Playing the Brutality later also means they like get to Skullcrack it potentially. Although I guess there are already 2 cracks in their bin, so maybe I should have just gone for it. Let's just knock him off a cliff here. Am I dead? Yep. Yeah, maybe I should have Brutality on too. I feel like I mismanaged what we had there. I feel like most of the time when you die with cards in your hand against burn, if your deck's built properly, you probably mismanaged your resources a little bit. We got pretty punished. I was just excited to get to block with the Scribe. But like I didn't want to Collective Brutality and then have them Eidolon, but I had the Murderous Cut to kill the Eidolon anyway, so maybe I should have just led aggressively on that. Yeah, probably. All right. We're waiting for the second match to pop. I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great start to the week. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here streaming Magic 30 plus hours a week. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I stream Magic because I love doing it, but my subscribers are definitely the reason they're able to do this full-time as a job like I do. If you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime, if you link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, that gets you Twitch Prime included with that for free. And Twitch Prime gets you a free channel subscription every single month to a channel of your choice here on Twitch. If you're one of the people watching this on YouTube in the future because your schedule doesn't really line up with my live one, you can also subscribe with Twitch Prime while I'm offline. I really appreciate the people that take the time to do that. Past that, you can support myself by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, we'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. This stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anaronix, Justin Nivik, and all y'all out there. If you are enjoying the content, make sure you hit the follow button at the very least. Do I offer coaching? I do not do coaching stuff. The chuckling Adam, back for the Bamonte experience in the People's Canon. Thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate it. Since I started streaming full time, it's just like tough to make time for any Magic related stuff outside of doing the one written article I do every week. And even that sometimes gets pushed just because there's so much going on. Because while I'm only here streaming 30 to 40 hours a week, I also do probably anywhere between 10 and 20 hours of stream-related off-stream stuff every week. There's just always a lot going on. And it's pretty good. It's got 4 lands, but like all 3 of our other cards are great. You're not wrong, Nivek. For a certain amount, I would certainly do hourly tutoring. I don't know what that number is offhand. It's probably into the triple digits to make it worth carving out time for, though. At which point, there's probably other people that are similarly qualified that would also offer coaching. I think Bant Spirits is a good deck. We played Bant Spirits on Friday, and it felt kind of underwhelming. I don't know that I would say it's a bad deck, but I definitely wasn't impressed with what it was doing. Thanks, Flaco. It was fun playing a paper event again. I don't know that it's something that I want to go back to doing every weekend, but every once in a while is definitely fine. Garber at the Great with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month. I thought the Lord could maybe really push it over the top, but it just really felt like it was kind of missing something still. We have blue-white spirits coming up in the queue sometime soon, so I'm interested to see how that feels in relation to the other deck, the Bant Spirits. I've not played straight blue-white, I don't think. We've played Jeskai and Bant. So opponent made a small mistake here. They fetched in response to the Fraying Sanity trigger, which means they're going to mill a card. So they should have let the Fraying Sanity trigger resolve and then fetch. Yep. All right, sweet. We're at 3 cards in our discard pile, 3 card types. This I assume is going to die immediately because like they haven't really been doing anything, so I assume their hand is just a bunch of spot removal. Yeah, they get priority after the trigger, Chubby Grunt. After every trigger in Magic resolves, there is a round of priority that passes before you move on. I mean, Wizards of the Coast printed a 2-card infinite combo into Standard, so like, you know. Would you keep a no-lander with 4 traps? On the draw, probably, Nivik. Oh no, Shambles is getting feisty, chat. I wonder if they realize they're losing the race activating Shambles to Mesmeric Orb and Fraying Sanity. They should really just concede. So I'm actually going to hard cast this Archive Trap because I want to get 13 extra cards with Fraying Sanity. All right, so control deck. Fatal Push is probably bad. Set Adrift is probably fine. Surgical's probably fine. Collective Brutality is probably fine. I guess Echoing Truth is probably better than, like, Brutality. Probably don't really care about a lot of the cards in their hand. Ensnaring Bridge is probably a little bit medium, too. What do I think of this? Fraying Sanity died because our opponent conceded. It just like randomly falls off when they concede. Why Palace? Because Palace you can bounce to your hand and replay to get you more landfall triggers for your crabs. We got that because of our Krabby Patties right here. While the opponent definitely isn't a fast deck, I think the opponent is definitely a deck that wins by attacking with creatures, though. Mojo, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome, welcome. Just a friendly reminder to all my regulars out there, I am going to Gen Con this weekend. I'm leaving tomorrow afternoon, so while I will be live for a few hours tomorrow morning and early afternoon, I'm going to be off Thursday and Friday. I am planning to be live Sunday night after the Pro Tour Top 8. I'll be back by then, so it will be 2 live Hoogle free days. You can obviously catch up on my stuff on my YouTube channel, though. I'm actually going to put this into play tapped and pass the turn. This way I can play Crab plus play a land next turn. If they have like another Inquisition or a Thoughtseize, I feel a little bit bad about this sequencing choice, but I think it's pretty reasonable otherwise. Yeah, you draw them cards. It's like milling yourself for 2. Mill's been a fan favorite lately. We might have to try and poke at this deck list a little bit after this. What am I supposed to watch while I'm... Well, I have a bunch of YouTube videos. And remember, while I've only been doing this full time for 3 or 4 months now, I definitely have a ton of older videos on my YouTube channel too. So a lot of the modern stuff stays relevant. So feel free to dig deep if you're hungry for your Jeff fix. I actually had five camera matches at SCG. Huh. Do I want to surgical their unmaking here? I kind of want to surgical their unmaking. I'm going to take their unmaking away because it's probably their only way to take a bridge out. They have engineered explosives that can't get to 3. Campbell could be a little annoying. That can beat us through a bridge. But other than that, if we hit a bridge... Yeah, I definitely think I should have left all 4 bridges in. They did not ask me to do a deck tech, but if you missed it earlier, I talked about this earlier. I think it's fine that they didn't ask me to do a deck tech. Like, there are plenty of people who have a lot less coverage than I do, that they can give deck techs and features like that too. Like, I am very grateful that they gave me features like that when I was first starting out. Like, definitely the coverage stuff that I got at SCG helped me get to the point where I am today with my content. So, like, a lot of people know who I am. So I think prioritizing giving some spotlights like that to other people who may or may not be as well known, it seems very reasonable. Do I want to just cycle this? I think I do. It feels bad, but gosh, it feels really bad to draw the glimpse right after, but I think I definitely just need to get them buried or find a bridge. They're down to 17 cards, so any trap or glimpse is lethal at this point. So we've got a good number of lethal draws. Even Crab's lethal here, right? Because we have land, fetch land, Field of Ruin. One, two, three, four, 9. All right, so exactly Crab is lethal at this point. We're going to 1. And then a Crab gets to mill them for 9, and then the Fraying Sanity kills them. I believe. I believe. Where are our Krabby Patties, chat? We need some Krabby Patties. Alright, Soren's lethal. Alright, so I'm going to put the last bridge back in. I'm going to cut this Collective Brutality. Die anyways. Yeah, I think that's good. I guess Campbell's pretty annoying, huh? Put this Murderous Cut in my deck. Sure. Your ratings might not be hurt when Numat does PUBG like he is right now. He's playing a real video game. That's weird. No, he's streaming Magic. Numat's on for Magic right now. He's drafting or whatever that limited format is. Limited. Ugh. Why is Brutality good against them? Can you explain? Missing their Planeswalkers is a pretty big deal, I think. Do you board out Lavamancer versus Jund? Nope. Lavamancer is one of the ways you kill 4/5 Tarmogoyfs without spending 2 cards. Ashearing, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I feel like this is counted 1, 2, 4, but I'll take it. Thank you, GumpyOZ, for the 4-month resubscription. Yeah, the Black Trap I assume is for graveyard-based decks, like Dredge, Gristlebrand, stuff like that. I get you my sub because I've been watching you for the past few weeks and you've really grown on me as a player and a person. Thanks for all the content. And one of these days I'm going to donate to play the Living End. Sounds good, Bojo. Living End's a fine deck, I think. We binned all 3 of their Anguished Unmakings. That's pretty good for us. Unfortunately, our hand doesn't have a lot of gas left here. So depending on how much pressure they're able to mount, we could be in a lot of trouble. I wonder if this deck... So, Bridge... Is it nuts to just Surgical Campbell here? I think I'm just going to Surgical Campbell. Because, like... Campbell's, like, the one way they actually kill us through Bridge, right? Like, all 3 Anguish Unmakings are in their discard pile, because I'm lucky. Yeah, they've boarded out their Lilianas here, right? They don't have the Liliana the Veil. So yeah, so they're actually just on 0 ways to kill us through this bridge. I'll take a screenshot because it lasts longer. We can Echoing Truth and Set Adrift Gideons. I'm like, if they can't kill us, we'll eventually, like, draw those cards. Like, they can only have 2 Gideons in play at the same time. Thanks, Meng. I appreciate that. Why do we have to eventually lose? Yeah, we will have to take all of the Gideons off the table before we can do anything, before we can actually mill them out. Where we can actually win the game, I should say. Yeah, exactly. Like once we empty out their deck, we just like have to sit here and play our cards until we eventually draw both of our our Set Adrift or our other Echoing Truths, take them off the table. I don't think they had a third Gideon of the Trials in their deck. Morning, Ian. Although I suppose if they hit discard spells to take this Echoing Truth, things could get a little complicated. I do have a screenshot, that's true. I actually just closed it. Land will not deal damage. They do actually have a third Gideon of the Trials. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. We've not flipped it over yet. So it's either in their hand or left in their cards. Ooh. Are you having fun yet, opponent? We're playing against like black-white mid-range. Sure. Echoing Truth sends it back to their hand, chat. As a modern staple, Fraying Sanity. Think I'm surgicaling. What am I even surgicaling here? That doesn't really matter, right? Need to stop closing this stupid screenshot. Do they have more Thoughtseizes or Inquisitions in their deck? I have too many screenshots. I need to delete some of them. I have 4 Inquisitions and only 2 Thoughtseizes, so I should take their Inquisitions. Well, chat, the problem is if I don't cast a card here, I'm getting attacked for 6, and I really don't want to get attacked for 6. Engineering Explosive doesn't matter, they can't get it to 3. I actually have Thoughtseize in their hand. Took the percentage play and got burned. I guess Orb's kind of dangerous, right? Because it could bury our other bounce spells. There was not a Gideon in the yard, chat. Otherwise, we would have bounced that. Well, I need to play cards out, otherwise I'm going to get attacked to death, chat. If my hand's not empty, the bridges kill me. Alright, I just burned an Echoing Truth. They don't have any Unmakings left in their deck. Alright, I'm gonna Surgical their Thoughtseize. I don't know why they haven't cast that. This is... Oh, they have a Collective Brutality still, too. It's annoying. No, we don't have any snaps. We have one... what's it called? We have one Set Adrift left. No, there's three Thoughtseizes right there. That's all of them. Yeah, that's actually the game. We can't once they Collective Brutality us. Wow, that was the match too. That was game 3. Yeah, just can't win anymore. That's brutal. Maybe we want more than 3 ways to take problem permanents off the table. I felt pretty bad. It's like in a can't win position. Chat, I didn't have a way to... Oh, I guess the orbs were going to mill them out? Okay, yeah, I could have taken one draw. I could have taken one draw. Sure, but like random problem permanents like give you fits aren't as in... That's why I didn't say we need an answer specifically to Gideon. I said just like generic cards that answer problem permanents is fine. They had 2 Gideons, chat. Either Gideon works for the emblem. The emblem is not just for Gideon to the Trials. The emblem is for any Gideon. Cyclonic Rift is kind of cute. That's probably narrow, though. Anoronic Gaming, thank you for the brand new Prime. I appreciate that. Honestly, Set Adrift seems very good in this deck. Like, between Orb milling us and... Between Orb milling us and the ability to mill them after we put the card that we don't want on top of their deck, it seems like a pretty reasonable card to keep in the board. Grishelbrand? They kept 7 and are moving to hand size. Must be Grishelbrand, right? Merchant Scroll sounds absurdly slow. Burrell's Expertise also absurdly slow. This is Modern, chat. You need... and they discarded a what? I'm kidding. They must have F6 their turn then, right? We got a free turn. War Dog, go to starcitygames.com and click on the results from the weekend. There are lots of places to find tournament results. Field will turn these on, which is nice. Howdy Cannon. We have a Thalia or a Meddlesome Mage. Alright, what you got? We know they're ghosting if they name Archive Trap. Oh. We'll see. We'll see. Lots of things they could name. I guess with Field, maybe you could name Archive Trap. I think the Landfall aggro deck we've played is probably the most competitive of those, Reeve Daddy. And no, Archive Trap just gets stuck in our hand if they don't have search effects. The fact that we have Field of Ruin makes Archive Trap a less terrible call, because like we certainly have 4 Archive Traps in our deck. Yeah, Crypt Incursion, Collective Brutality, Fatal Push. Those are all cards that could be okay. Like, they can definitely put us on mill off of Manic Scribe. We didn't play Karma Control. As always, if you're interested in how a deck that we did or didn't do the previous day did, you can always check out my YouTube channel. Everything gets archived there, so if we played it, you'll be able to find it there. Okie doke. As you will. That's fine. This Ensnaring Bridge should hopefully be enough to beat them. What are my thoughts on ghosting? I think it kind of sucks, and it's part of the reason why I don't waste extra money playing competitive leagues, but it's not against the rules, and if WotC wanted to make it against the rules, then they should make it against the rules. Wizards of the Coast doesn't say, hey, this is against the rules, don't do it, so if people want the best chance to win and don't care about playing an actual game of Magic, they can and should ghost. You write down in the rules, ghosting is against the rules. You put it in the end user license agreement. And before you say, but Jeff, putting ghosting is against the rules is unenforceable. There's lots of things in the rules that are unenforceable for Magic Online, but they're in the rules anyways to discourage people from doing them. There is a non-zero amount of people that will not do something just because it says it's against the rules. And I get that saying, hey, don't do this, being written down, wouldn't stop everyone, but it would stop some people. Too Tall Jones, thanks for that 2-month free subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The worst argument anyone can make for anything, in my opinion, and you hear this argument in politics, you hear it in real life, you hear it with me talking about making ghosting against the rules, you always hear people say things like, well, that change you've suggested doesn't fix every single problem that we have, so it's not worth making. And it's like, well, generally speaking, no single change is going to fix every single problem we have with any given thing. What it can do, however, is fix some of the problems. If you fix some of the problems slowly, you eventually get through and fix the problem as a whole. Yeah. You're our fatal push. We get to field this. We get to double trap them. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly what people say. Your streamer, your solution doesn't fix it all, so it's not worth doing anything. Yeah. And again, like, part of the reason I play friendly leagues is because, one, ghosting is less prevalent here because people playing friendly leagues tend to be here to just want to play games of Magic instead of maximizing moto points. And when we do get ghosted, we lose less money, and that's great. The quality of matches is basically the same. Because not everybody is using Magic Online for testing. There's some people that they care about farming moto points more than they care about playing Magic and getting better at Magic, and that's okay. People play different things for different reasons. This is a children's card game. To call doing something that is within the rules of the children's card game unethical is silly, in my opinion. You can say it's annoying, you could say it's obnoxious, but to say somebody is unethical for playing the children's card game by the rules, that seems silly to me. Like, this isn't life or death. Draw some cards, chat. I get to draw some cards. Drawing cards there might have been bad. There was a chance drawing cards there was bad. I was just excited to do it. I mean, I refer to Magic as a children's card game because it's a game that literally says 13 plus on the box, and 13-year-olds are children, so. At the end of the day, actually, so I actually have a good answer to someone talking about, this is another argument that Wax Paper, and I want to talk about this one because this one comes up a lot. Wax Paper's talking about, on the other hand, I'm making money off of casting them without their permission. Did you know it's explicitly in the agreement that you're allowed to make content with Magic Online? So by agreeing to that agreement that says we're allowed to make content with it, that basically says that you know that people are going to be making content with that. So that, in my mind, and I'm not a lawyer, so maybe that's not consent, but like, if you know that people have permission to make content with this thing, and you know you're being a part of this thing, that's kind of you recognizing that you could be part of content, right? At least in my mind, I feel that way. Because like people bring that up a lot, that like, well, the opponent hasn't agreed to be a part of your stream. And it's like, well, kind of. They've agreed to play this game that has an explicit permission to make content with it. And again, I'm not a lawyer, so maybe I don't understand some of the nuances there, but it seems to me like that's kind of implied. I don't think this is an Echoing Truth matchup. Brutality seems kind of slow, though, but at the same time, Brutality lets me empty my hand for Ensnaring Bridge, which seems valuable. There's a Visions from Beyond matchup. There's not a great case against... I know, that's what I'm saying. Part of the problem is that ghosting is explicitly not against the rules. It is allowed by the rules for you to ghost people. That's actually what I started this conversation with. And you can say it feels bad and it's obnoxious, but like it is within the rules. No spell status sprites. Thanks for the 6 months, Capital Pig. Had to let them go. Had to set my people free. Big eyes, check out this command. Yeah, Echoing Truth could be good. It's possible that the AVs are not good enough. The best piece of marital advice, mate, is just like only pick fights over things you really care about. If you don't really care about something, just it's whatever. Honey's good stuff, BDP. Like I said, Christy is like queen of the coupons, and like she was using it before they ever asked me to advertise it. It's very good. It's good at what it does. Honestly, what Magic Online needs to be able to do, and this would discourage a lot of ghosting, I think, is if they just like gave us the option to mask our usernames. I think that would be the perfect fix, right? Like, if I could just say opponent, here and player here, so like when my opponent queues up and sees Jeff Hoagland, they can't like go find my stream. Like, that would be ideal. Aaron W. Kent, thanks for checking out Honey. I appreciate the support. I've been working 7 days a week, 60 hours a week for 4 months now, and I've had 6 days off and all that time, and I have a serious lack of motivation. Motivation for what to do with your time off? Just relax, man. Just take a load off. They named Ensnaring Bridge this time, which makes sense. Like, that's the card that really beats them, right? Yeah. And while you're at it, get rid of the chat. Give me the option to mask usernames and get rid of the chat. That's all I need out of life. All right, so we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures in there. So this is a gain 24 at the moment. Somebody in chat said, "Do you think I don't love you?" Look at this. Look, I want you to know that I named my 6 favorite Pokemon after my favorite people, and you all are right here. You're a Politoed, and that's on purpose, but you are part of my 6 favorite people, okay? So just know that you're special to me. Just know that you're special to me. All right. Unfortunately, wait, they didn't take our Crypt Incursion? That seems super wrong. That seems super wrong. Mike is Android. We're a second stage evolution. The peak of Twitch chat's power, the Politoed. Yeah, now we just like Set Adrift the champion, right? Yeah, definitely Bruce Bime. Do I want to set Adrift? How much to have a Pokemon named after me specifically? I think I could work that out, Nivik. We've got a couple of choices here. You're all said Pepes. Yeah, Image Sin Collector could happen. Maybe I should just gain 24 here and not be greedy. But like, where has not being greedy ever landed us in life? Yeah, I guess, well, like, land pass is committing to Crypt Incursion. So, like, am I Crypt Incursioning or am I setting Adrift? If they sin, just draw another crypt? Maybe. Playing Scribe like makes us take a lot of damage. So I don't think I want to do that just yet. I don't know. I don't think we're beating another meddling mage, so like waiting a turn seems fine. We're pretty dead at this point, right? I guess this is like double time walk. This is a lieutenant. It's not like double time walk. What are they casting? Bugler. Blast the horn. We don't have sweepers. We are on bridges and not sweepers. Was I making sound effects while playing my match at the open? I was not. I toned it down. I toned it down for paper. Yeah, we would have potentially gained more from Crypt Incursion, but we also would have taken more damage from Champion of the Parish, so it kind of would have been a wash. There's the link for Honey. All right. Well, Fatal Push is a great draw. It puts us in a position where if we rip a bridge, we get to lock them out. Scribe gets to block Collector. And then we take 8, 9, 10 here, go to 7. I did have, I think it was my round 3 opponent pass the turn and announce your move, Yugi Boy, which was good. Good, clean fun. That definitely made me smile. The rock list we are playing today is a donated list, but it's actually got some neat ideas in it. It's got some Baloths in the main, and it's playing a couple copies of Corsair Crufix. Hoagland soundboard. Alright, let's push this guy off a cliff. 9, 10, 11, go to 6. Survey says... dead. I wanted to yell, can I get a timeout? You were playing, but I managed to hold myself back. Rockin' Zanir, thanks for checking out, honey. I appreciate the support. Okay, the way those games are playing out, these visions should definitely just be echoing truths. We just want to, like, have the most ways to pick up Mage to get Ensnaring Bridge in. I just want to get our bridge into play and hopefully lock them out. Maybe I'm supposed to mulligan this. Although I guess I can discard one of these delve cards to Collective Brutality. Rodrigo, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. Someone, thanks for checking out, honey. Yeah, I guess it's also just like trips removal, right? Which is not terrible. We're definitely a full-on control deck in this matchup. One of the reasons why I like this build of Mill is because basically you want to think about this deck as like a control deck that gets to beat the other control decks. This deck has a lot of interaction in it, and then we just happen to win the game by milling them instead of by attacking. No, I think the amount of milled cards in this deck is correct. I think if you're building this archetype as Turbo Mill, you're just a bad deck. Like, Turbo Mill in Modern isn't fast enough to out-linear the good linear decks in the format. So, like, being able to, like, interact and, like, lock with Bridge and disrupt their hand a little bit, these things allow us to buy enough time to win the game with our kind of fewer or more powerful mill cards. Yeah, Turbo Mill is basically a bad burn deck. I agree with that assessment. Is it crazy to crab myself? What do we think of crabbing myself here once? I kind of want to crab myself. I'm going to crab myself one time. Just like Dark Ritual, basically, right? Oh no, you're sending my Krabby Patty back to the Shadow Realm. But I liked my Krabby Patty. Don't be mean to Mr. Krabs. Collective Brutality is under Freebooter. Thanks, Kanames. I appreciate that. They usually can't, so we did pick up game 1 here. This is game 3. I don't really like the idea of Jace's Fringe Prodigy. I think the fact that it just, like, doesn't attack makes it pretty bad. Yeah, there's a good chance either this first or second Field of Ruin is going to be Stone Rain. A lot of the humans lists have started playing Basic Island, and we saw Basic Island, right? So we're taking 6 down to 2 here. Cast Down's a great draw. Also, like, if we happen to mill past their island, that's also good for us. No, that card's pretty bad. 1/1 for 1 seems pretty mediocre. Like, the types of matches where that card is good aren't hard matches. I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. I mean, I'm gonna get to Set Adrift plus field them at some point soon, so I think that's fine. No, but we have 4 Ensnaring Bridges in our deck. There's a deck list on your screen. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck to get a link to the deck list in chat. Do this, grab a swamp, cast down a Mantis Rider, so Set Adrift the Mantis, bury the Mantis, pass the turn. So we need a Crypt Incursion to get a bunch of time here, or we need a... We're looking for Crypt Incursion or Ensnaring Bridge at this point, basically. Yeah, I feel like I've taken a lot of time on a couple of decisions this game, and we're still up by like 8 minutes almost. I have a 3rd Mantis Rider. That's gross. Yeah, we have Cut, but like Cut's not... That's a Reflector Mage? Reflector Mage is less bad. Is it Mantis Rider? I think it's Mantis Rider and they just don't know how their lands work. Yeah, looks like Mantis Rider. It's been a rough league, Jackal Girl. We're 0-2 at the moment. And this is game 3 against humans. I'm just preparing you for Magic Arena. Magic Arena doesn't have text on any of the cards, so I'm just working to bring you into the future while you watch Magic Online. You can type ! card name in chat to get the full text of any card on the screen. Alright, so 6 live ones. That is not a live one. That was a little rough, chat. That was a little rough. I feel like, so a couple people in chat had mentioned wanting to try even like slightly even less mill. And I feel like that's probably not an unreasonable direction to take. So like looking at the deck list, like maybe these Fraying Sanities are just too cute. See, honestly, I feel like Fraying Sanity is probably like one of the cards that could go away. But I guess this is like a repeatable mill effect. It's probably like Fraying Sanity or Manic Scribe, just like have like this be your core of cards. I like that Manic Scribe like blocks a whole bunch though, which has been appealing. I mean, Mesmeric Orb is also inevitability, though. Honestly, I feel like Search for Azcanta is just, like, one of the best things these control decks could be doing. So it's possible that, like, just, like, playing another Search could be good. Just, like, turn these Fraying Sanities into, like, a Search plus a Scribe. Because, like, Search for Azcanta gives you filtering in the early game, but it's also a card that, like, gives you, like, crazy inevitability in the late game, right? So, like, it gives you inevitability, like Fraying Sanity gives us inevitability, but it also can, like, provide us some selection and find more important cards in the early game. Yeah, it fills for the Delve cards, too. You have to think about what we want in the sideboard. Should have a 1-of Tassiger. You want to suggest cards, you need to provide context as to why. Describe why the card is good, what problem it solves. Stuff like that. Alright, I don't think I'm not gonna get into the brewing section of the stream where people just sit here and scream cards at me and I time a bunch of them out, because that's not fun for anybody. But those are basically just my thoughts. Like, we want to add, I feel like we lack card advantage some of the time. And I feel like this core is probably enough mill. Manic Scribe particularly. I feel like I would want to test a list without Manic Scribe and just, like, have just this core. But I definitely go either way. All right, what are